So, what do I care if I miss this 8%? Why would I leave an order open? That's stupid. I can just make 8% while I'm actually watching my charts. What do I need to be charting this at 9 p.m.? Again, I fell subject to that last night because we were dropping so hard and I got excited. And I had already made 6% on the day on a 100x position. So I was like, yes, going to be one of these days, It was just like 12:30 and I'm like, you know what? And we were about to hit that level last night at 12:30. Like, I'm going to check the time at 12:30. And I know we were dropping like crazy. Like we were right here. And I was like, yeah, this is right here. And I was like, okay, this is the pullback we need. We didn't even hit the inverse level here. We're going to pull back. We got blue candles forming. And it's like, yeah, we have nothing to hold us up. And I was just like, you know what? Screw it. We were moments away, potentially testing this run to 8:30, like within 45 minutes. And I was just like, I don't care. I'm just going to bed. I don't have time for this crap to wait. And I'm glad I didn't. And this is why, because, then you'll be waiting forever and it'll screw up your entire weekend or your entire week. And it'll set you on like, just don't do it, man. Just don't do it. I don't care how good the levels look. There's better stuff on the charts where you just one step at a time, every next move. That's all we care about. Even right now, let's just take a trade. If it goes to here, if it goes to 61.46, yeah, hell, this is a good trade. But if we have to go do something else, if our time is up for the day and it's time to clock out, just get out. And who cares? You'll find the same level tomorrow. It won't matter. It doesn't matter. You'll find it tomorrow, right? This is already tested. Yeah, I'll just go after this one. That looks good. Yeah, this is already tested too. This hold's already tested. It already took the move up. Yeah, go after this. Potentially ladder the move up, right? So it's just like, yeah. Kethma said, I'm loving this. Takes so much stress out of everything that we do. Yep, absolutely, man. There's no reason to ever you'll burn out as a day trader. I've been doing this a long, long time. I know what burnout looks like. You'll burn out if you just constantly worry about all this ulterior information and outside of what we just look at today. Like, this is all that matters. Nothing else in here matters. God, we don't care if it goes to $1 million overnight. We just still log on. I've said this to you guys before. It goes to $1 million. Who cares? We just log on and make our money because we just trade the next move. Just like yesterday, we traded this dump and no problem. It dumped. Now we're on to a new day. We made our money. We put it in the bank. We're on to a new day. You can make $300 a day if you want in these moves. Like, let's say we're trading with $100 and we were awake in trading and we took this trade. Okay. So let's just even use like an even sillier example. We took this trade and we saw, failure. Treated this really poorly. We got here and we saw it go up to here 1% and we're like, oh no, it's dumping. Let's get out. And we made 0.8. So we made $80. We use $100. We made $80 there. Move up completely. And we're like, oh crap, we screwed up. We missed our whole thing. But then we could have just taken this short and we would have targeted maybe this level here and said, okay, well, it's going to probably drop to, this whole level right here. And so it's like, okay, cool. Let's start just, so we take this short because we were actually prepared this time. So we're like, okay, well, no, we made $80 today. Then what do we have here? Another 1.9. So let's just call it 1.5. Just round easy numbers. Let's just say we screwed this one up too. We really, donkeyed this one too in 1.5. So then we made another 80 and then another 80 and a 40. So 1.5. So it's 816. That's $200 we've made so far. And then we could have taken this short here and say we just exit it now and it's too early. And so we're up another $40. And it's like all we did was trade with $100 and we even left this one too early too. And we screwed up all three trades. Somehow we managed to screw up all three trades because we didn't have the right targets down low. So we literally screwed up three trades. We made $240 screwing up every single trade of the day. Yeah, guess what? Newsflash, it's like $100K a year. Like, if you do this 300 days a year, that's going to be close to like $100K a year, right? Like, it's like, you guys don't see trends on my chart. You guys don't see anything but a few simple hold levels. So it's just like, all I did was just make an example of some hold levels. And they're pretty obvious hold levels. I mean, this is nothing. There's no magic happening here. There's procedural analysis happening here. There's some technical analysis, but mostly this is procedural. So this is how I made it as a day trader. Is I wasn't always as good as I am. I wasn't always able to catch 6 and 7 and 800% a day. I wasn't always this good. When I first started, it was my success didn't come from being a high level trader because I had to reverse engineer this stuff. Over how many years and years and years of experience, I had to figure this stuff out by reverse engineering it. But what carried me was procedural analysis. So this is why it's so important for this, anybody listening today. Procedural analysis will carry you until your technical analysis can allow you to have better decisions and use more amounts of money. But procedural analysis can build you a career. right? Because you could just make money every single day as long as you understand how to do it. When I, again, like when I was starting, bankroll management and understanding how to create something where I could just make money every day and just put it in the bank every day, every day, every day to, pay groceries, pay rent, do all these things, that was important until I got to that point. And we used about the simplest example we could here, using only positions of $100 a day and $100 a day on 100x. That's what our maximum risk tolerance was. And we still managed to come out with like 200% screwing up every single trade. It doesn't take long before you take 100 and put it, make it $200. $200, and a couple months later, now you're using $500, and then all of a sudden you're making, instead of a couple $1,000s a month, you're making a couple tens of thousands of dollars a month, right? So like procedural analysis is crucial. Project X, you ask when you should be careful about knowing where trends are, so you don't get caught by some powerful ignition. Today has almost nothing to do with technical analysis, so I won't tackle that. That's a different ballpark completely. There's future of trading knowledge, which allows you to kind of do what I've done on the screen today very simply, very easily, redundantly every single day. And then there's blueprint, or sorry, butterfly effect. Blueprint equally as important. Blueprint is crucial. Blueprint is a lot of stuff like this. And then there's butterfly effect, which is more tackling, those things where you guys want to know the exacts. That's not a 1 minute answer. That's like a 40 lesson course, not a 1 minute answer. Not something I'll tackle. Maybe we should just be careful about knowing where trends are. Be careful until you're at that level. Be careful, because you can trade information that you think is relevant, but if you don't understand what it's communicating to you, it's almost pointless, right? Like it's almost pointless to trade that information, because you're just kind of hoping at that point. You have like a trend mark, then you're like, oh, is this right or not? I hope it's right, so let's try to trade it. That sounds like a recipe for disaster to me, because all I did was just mark some hold levels we know are to be true, right? I just marked some, what do we know is true about these, that they're hold levels and they're untested. Okay, well, yes, this is true, so we can take a trade there. So I just be careful about trying to like guess information. That would be my advice on that question. Yeah, crazy times. I think that's why it was so important to have this workshop, because this is really like a big piece of starting to unlock an income for people. So I think there's a mix of traders. I think there's people who are aspiring to make this their career. And I think half of the people here already have been able to take FOT and all this stuff and are making a career income already. So this is kind of just, no matter what stage of trading you're at, this is like, okay, it's time to level you guys up. It's time to show you how I trade and how real day trading is done. Like, we call it day trading for a reason. Trade what's in the moment, and that's it. I think there's, no matter where you're at in your trading journey, this is crucial, because to give you guys a bit of inspiration now, maybe we talked about some very scaled down spots of okay, profits. When you're using, say, 100x on $2,000 or $2,500, you look at this and it's like, wow, there's $7,500 to be made here, and there's $7,500 to be made there, and then another $5,000 to be made here. So in a few simple moves on the chart today, there was like $12,000 of profits. This isn't that far fetched, because there are people who are trading this type of money in this chat right now. What does that look like if you work 300 days a year? $4 million a year? Talk about inspiration. What if you only used what if you only used $500, right? So what if instead of 12,500 and using the maximum sized positions for kind of a default account, and you just took, maybe we talked about, we didn't make, maybe we had an off day, and so we didn't make the 3 here and the 2 there, and that was only 2 moves. Actually, there's quite a few moves in this trade. There's actually a lot. There's probably about 15% you could have made in here if you had caught every piece of the move. And you'll have days like that where you catch every single piece and it's like, wow, I caught it all today. On an off day, you'll catch 15% of it, which is 200%. So say you were trading with $500 and you only got two 1% trades, and so $1,000 times 300, that's 300 grand still. Even only using a $500 position, if you want inspiration, financial inspiration, anyways, that is on using the most scaled down version of just day to day grinding like this, you're making just under 100K a year. Making, I think we had 90K by using $100. If you use $500, you're making like 300K a year. And this is how we start. This is how we start to build our empire, not the final form, right? So this is how we start. So you just keep that in mind. Like I said, there's people in here who are using $2,500 positions, and if they only caught a few percent today, and they do this every day, that's like over $3 million a year. Like this is money that professional athletes make, right? So that's what I mean. Like there's one step at a time, and you guys will build an empire, and that's how it happens. One step at a time. Build an empire one step at a time. If you lose money in a trade, it doesn't matter. Just focus on the next one. Let it be. Only ever trade with what you're willing to lose. If you're only willing to lose $100 on each trade, put it on the trade, trust your technicals, move on. The more levels I put on my chart, the more stressful it felt trading. Absolutely. That couldn't be more true. Overload, right? Information overload. The only thing we ever need to know is this. This is all we ever need to know. So you'd go here and you'd be like, wow, that's such a tiny piece. Yeah, for sure. That's all we need to know. So it's just such a tiny piece. Imagine getting in this trade or yesterday from this trade. That's bonus money. That's just like bonus. That's bonus pay for just making a smart decision, right? Because all we ever need is this. And it happens. You can see that on the charts. It happens every single day. Crude oil. Like I was looking at charting crude oil. Believe this one. Yes, even crude oil, like the levels are, it's all the same. This is stock markets, literally all the same. So when you look at this move, it's just like trading in the moment. You have your two levels, the same thing. You're going to hit this level, test it, move up, have another move up off this to that range there. You're going to come pull back. It's all the same. And this is crude oil. So, I was doing this for a company. Same kind of ranges that everything is, the world is testing right now. There's the same thing. And there's crude oil over the course of a couple of days. There's like 30 something percent in here to be made, 25% there. And then there's another easy 10% trade on crude oil. The Dow, same thing. It's like, it's all the same. Not that guy, but this is, fine. That's fine. But I'm sure there's a different DJI chart I use. Yeah. So DJI, same exact thing. Like it's a very specific level. It's all the same crap. Perfect. 1, 2, 3, right? So I do this stuff for some people who ask for help on different things. So, what are you looking at? Oh, look at that hold level. Very easy decision. Hey, we got an untested hold level. Let's just throw some beans on it, right? Or whatever you want to call it. Untested hold level right here. Hey, he's made 8% in the stock markets. You know how much money that is in the stocks when you start putting contracts on it? That's like unbelievable money. Oh yeah, you just go to the next one and there's another 20%. So it's like all the same, guys. This is one of those kick yourself moments. It seems so simple. Yeah, absolutely. It is simple, but at the same time, not really. This took me years and years and years to perfect this stuff. So while it may seem simple, I think that's because I'm a good teacher. I don't necessarily think it's because it's simple. I think I just teach it very well. Don't discredit it or yourselves, right? Like it's not simple. It's actually not simple at all. I make it seem simple, but again, that's because I've got so much experience teaching now that I can help you guys understand this stuff very quickly and very fast. When you overanalyze something, it makes it so much harder to see what's happening. Not that this is all simple. Yeah, exactly. That overabundance of information is good, but it's almost like you start marking on all these levels. On my charts, when I'm day trading, the only thing I will even look at on these charts, one event out here and the next event up here, which is right here. That's it. That's all I care about. Just this is my range for the day. This is like, oh, if we This probably won't happen for a week, and this probably won't happen for a few days. What am I supposed to do if that stuff's not happening? If that stuff's not going to happen, like this probably isn't going to happen for another week, and this probably won't happen for a few days. Maybe it happens today. I don't know. I guess it depends on the architecture of the chart and how it unfolds for the rest of the day today, right? Maybe I can help it move here if I take enough good trades and short it in the right spots with a bunch of people, or like a bunch of people short it, and I help and join in, right? If I do my part, I guess as they say, do your part. What do I need to know outside of this? I don't care. And then fine. So it doesn't hit this. I go to sleep for tonight. It hits this level. It has a crazy bounce. I miss that. It comes down here, and then we'll be here. And then I'll just create a new range to target and trade. And I'll just create this range, and I'll say, okay, well, we have an untested level right here. Oh, that looks good. Okay, so what do we have here? Yeah, I don't trust this. That's tested. You see, we got a tested level right there. That's true. I don't trust that anymore. Now, so we just go right here. Yeah, maybe on a smaller time frame, it's a valley, but yeah, this is a nice little 4 hour right here. Yeah, this is a good one. So, there's my range. Very simple, very stress free, very tactile on my screen, right? Right there. Pretty clean level. Nothing's touched it, just like this one's a pretty clean level. So over time, I expect this and then this. But these are moments where it's like, okay, I expect this, but let's make money on it, right? So it's just like one at a time. But for now, let's not even mark this because I just really don't care. I really don't care to have anything outside of this range. Everything else is like, it's good. Like, fine, mark your levels like we did before. And I had all the levels marked and I walked you guys through it. And I was like, oh, yeah, I go here and do this and mark that. There was a point to that. It's like, okay, mark these levels. What's the point? Why are we even marking them? They don't help us make money. It's really good analytically to understand what the larger events are happening on the chart. So yeah, okay, fine. We do need these big boy trends. Like, oh, we needed this big boy trend right here to see that we were losing this small. Yeah, we do need some of these bigger events for sure. So we need one up here and we need this one down here. Other than that, I don't see why we would need anything. Not to make money, anyways. To understand analytically what's happening on this chart. Yeah, we need an overabundance of information, but we don't make decisions with money on that. So it's like a different state that we enter. One is a making money state, or one is a pitch where we make money, right? Like it's the tone of what we do is making money, and the other one is analyzing the charts. They're two separate things, right? We don't mark a million levels on our charts to sit there and say, well, if there's only two events ever happening, guys, think about it for a second. Like if there's only two events ever happening, even right now in this moment, so that's the tested level right there. So okay, that would have been perfect re-entry. That's like really nice. Damn, we missed that. No problem. Maybe we can even catch a trade while we're doing this here. So we got to find like kind of like the next untested level here, right? So then like we can go super greedy and we can do like this one right here, like that one right there, right? So we're just gonna take this level here. It's red. I don't care what color it is. It doesn't matter to me. Because I only ever use the next level anyway. So this is gone. This is gone. I don't need that. I don't need that. This is tested. This is tested. So then really like, what are we looking at here? Let's kind of go here and there's nothing inside of there. Yeah, we're probably just pulling back right now. Maybe we could like come up to this range here. Some of these like 30-second hold levels, maybe. I don't know about that. Maybe like here, we come back up to here and then dump. I suppose right here is not bad too. So it would be next year. Let's try to find what's next on the top side. Nothing really, like nothing. Like we already hit this, right? Like there's no decision to be made. We already hit this. Why are we going after it again? Yeah, like this right here. And if this one collapses, which I fully expect it to, I'll go after this here. It's kind of like two trades. 1, 2. So where will this bounce to? Kind of like a little 1 minute hold in here, something like that. So that's like kind of my next trade, something like this. From here to here, or possibly, so there's 0.37% here. It's not that much. 0.6 here. Yeah, looks good. 60% off a little couple minute trade. Yeah, right there to there. It was a perfect trade. Let's see if it works. It's already a touch level on Binance. It's possible. Go take a look. No, we're on a 4-hour chart here. Oh boy. Yeah, it was touched already too. Oh, you're right. Son of a gun. So, I mean, this trade was already taken too. Okay, so I wonder why X. Okay, well, I mean, I'm not charting on XBT to go trade on Binance. So if this was already touched, I just simply wouldn't buy it. So if that's already touched, it means whatever's inside this range right here is actually the untested level. This would have been our next untested level right here. So it looks like it kind of targeted something right here. This is like the higher time frame hold, I guess, the 3-minute. But again, when I'm trading Binance, I'm not using what's it called? I'm not using XBT to trade Binance. Like if I'm trading on Binance, I'm just trading on Binance. If this level's already touched, I wouldn't buy it again.